Yay! We are live. Let me pull up everything. Chat is up on my phone. Slide that there. Pull it up on here. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Make the post. Finishing the theory tier list live. Let's go! Hi Ard. Hi BJ. How are we doing, guys? Alright. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this skirty hat, it's because my hair is chopped. My party hat. My hair is absolutely chopped this morning, and I could not fix it for the life of me, so we're a security guard today. Alright, we'll give it another minute or so before we get into the tier list. Today we will finish it. You start college tomorrow. Congratulations, my friend. Good luck. It's not too bad. Feeling a little better but didn't sleep well last night? Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little better, but hey, maybe my stream will put you to sleep. I'm good, man. I'm good. Alright, well, I have incredible news, guys. The tier list was not updated with new theories. This means we will 100% finish it today. And honestly, we don't have that many left. Like, this is very doable, I think. Lots of William theories, a few Vanessa ones. Yeah. Alright, I mean, I guess let's just get into it. So, we somehow missed these Kelsey ones. I don't know how. Let me turn this down a little. Chat, Kelsey. So, in the story, The New Kid, there is... yeah, watch it get updated the second we finish. Kelsey is from The New Kid. He is a projection of the suit of Golden Freddy, and more specifically, the spirit inside. Do we think that he is Andrew or Cassidy? Me personally, I think it's Cassidy. Right? Because the whole idea of Kelsey is that he believes in justice, balancing the scales. Don't you dare say 6'7". Yeah. Kelsey believes in balancing the scales, whereas Andrew is very petty in a way. He thinks, like, you wronged me, I'm gonna make it 10 times worse for you, buddy. So, I don't see Kelsey being a projection of Andrew. I think it's Cassidy. What do we think about that, chat? 76. I'm gonna put this one in, like, top of 50-50. Because, like, to be fair, the body inside of Golden Freddy in The New Kid is described as having curly black hair, which is both, you know, you could argue it's Cassidy and Andrew, so it could go either way, but I think it's very clearly Cassidy, so I'm gonna put this one in very unlikely. Yeah, he's Cassidy. Yeah. Plus, Andrew is never associated with Golden Freddy, and Ultimate Custom Night does not count. But yeah. The Guiding Ghost Theory. Already have to look one up. Guiding Ghost Theory. This is the theory that Cassidy is not a vengeful spirit, I like it already, but rather a guiding, helpful spirit to others who don't believe in payback. This one gets the Bernie Bear stamp of approval. Yeah, and these are quotes from The New Kid, yeah. Kelsey raised his hand and said, "Justice balances the scales." "What does that mean?" Mr. Gentry asked. "It removes the downside, so the downside can't outweigh the upside." Interesting perspective. I think justice is payback. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Kelsey isn't laughing when he says accidents happen. So yeah. I do believe this theory. Yeah, I like this theory. Do you think it's possible Cassidy and Andrew are related? I don't know. I feel like that makes the world a little too small. Not impossible. I mean, they have the same hair color, kind of the same hair type. And I do like the duality of them being siblings, but having complete different opinions on justice. I do like that, but I don't know. I'm going to put this one in 50-50, right next to Cassidy Kelsey, because they do go hand in hand. The vintage location. This is the theory, I'm assuming, that the FNAF 2 location is the original Freddy's. Obviously, a big piece of evidence for that would be the movie. But in the games, I think... Where are your cats? They're actually both on my brother's bed sleeping. I asked them if they wanted to come in and chill, but they ignored me, so they don't want to show up. Vintage location, I don't know. There's not really strong evidence in the games for this. Plus, Into the Pit shows that the original Freddy's isn't FNAF 2. So I'm going to put this one in very unlikely. Tiger David. This is the theory that David alone possesses the tiger costume that we see in the basement of Secret of the Mimic. I do think Tiger is just David, but I know he makes mechanical sounds like M2. However, I just, like... Look, M2 was moving in Secret of the Mimic, okay? But he was not teleporting. Tiger directly teleports. And he gives us hallucinations, whereas none of the Mimic suits do that. In the games, the FNAF 2 location could be a repurposed Fredbear's. Little girl having the... Yeah. Dude, the toy animatronics being in FNAF 4 are so weird. I don't know why Scott did that. Dream theory? No. Yeah, I'm going to put this one in 50-50. And then put this one in, like, the top of very unlikely. Yeah. Timelink MM. I've heard of this one, but I don't know what it is. Oh no, it's not a simple linear story, but a depiction of multiple events occurring at different points in time. The idea is that the game uses a single set of visuals and characters to represent different moments in the timeline happening simultaneously. Nah, that's... that's... Nah. No. No, that's making it much more confusing than it needs to be. Alright. These next three are asking, of Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and Toy Freddy, which one is most likely to have done the bite? My opinion, it's none of these. Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy don't have any evidence. Where did I just put Toy Bonnie? There it is. BRB. Alright, now the art is gone. Let's finish this thing. Toy Chica has a little bit of evidence. But even then, I think Mangle and even Withered Foxy have much more evidence than her. So I'm just... yeah. Toys Agony. No, I think of all these Toys theories, it's the DCI. Agony, no. AI, definitely no. Oops. Toys Assist is the theory that the spirits inside the toys help set up Happiest Day, which I don't hate. I mean, that's what FNAF 3 shows us. I'll put it, like, towards the middle, I guess. Like, there. Toys Both, I don't like this one. There's... Again, this is one of those theories that we've brought up a couple of times that, like, it tries to please both sides, whereas I think it's just the DCI. This one's going 50-50. And then Toys MCI, nah. Like, I know soul splitting is a thing in FNAF, but not to this level. Yeah. Especially with FNAF 3 taken into account. Yeah, I think FNAF 3 does give Toys assist. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. It does give that some good evidence. A lot more than the toys being possessed by, like, agony or something. Toy Schnick separate. I'm assuming this is saying, like, it's not Cassidy or Andrew, which should not have killed. Red herring is that the vengeful spirit tormenting the player is a separate, unheard of character. Nah, it's Cassidy or Andrew. Not debunked, but, like, no. Transity. This is the theory that Cassidy, I'm assuming, is trans and also goes by Andrew. No, I want Transity, not Cassidy. Alright, Cassidy is transgender and is the same character as Andrew. This theory is labeled as a joke because most people support it, think it's unlikely. Yeah, and a character being transgender is not a joke. Yeah, this one... always bet on Andrew. Damn right. Not debunked, but, like... I don't know. Have we ever had, like, a... There's no way we haven't had, like, a trans or gay person in FNAF. There's no way we haven't had that. I don't think Cassidy is, or Andrew, but, like... I don't know. Surely there's been someone in the books, right? I don't know. Two traps. This is the theory that William is Scrap Trap and Michael is Spring Trap. This one was debunked with Mike Trap by Scott himself. True nightmares. The theory that Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare are real entities as opposed to illusions. Nah. Okay, a lot of the evidence they're bringing up here is just because the FNAF games are indie games. What is Transity? It says that Cassidy is trans and is Andrew. That's basically it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear are physical beings because they don't show up in Didophobia. Whereas all the other nightmares, and even Plush Trap, do. So I'm gonna put this in highly unlikely. I don't think it's, like, debunked, per se, but there's just no evidence that they are physical. Twisted Mound. Again, not debunked, but there's no evidence that the Twisted animatronics exist in the games, so they'll go right there. Plus, the Twisted ones don't bury themselves at night. They bury themselves at day, whereas Midnight Motorist takes place at midnight. Who would have thought? Two bullies. This is the theory that there are two foxy bullies. Oh. Two killers? Again, no. I killed Cassidy and I can confirm she was not trans. Thank you, man behind the slaughter. Well, not thank you for killing her, but... Okay, never mind. Two Mrs. Aftons. I do think this is true in some way. Like... Yeah, William had two wives instead of one. I think the mother of Michael, Elizabeth, and Bite Victim is their own mother, but then Vanessa's mom is a different mom, right? Because I don't see why Mrs. Afton would stay with William after two of their children have already died. Yeah. So I will put this in 50-50. William is a player. Yep. Yep. Pretty much. Yeah, I think, yeah, if Vanessa is his daughter in the games, I think that's very likely. 2 Vans. This one's saying that there's 2 Vanessas. One being Vanessa, the other being Vanny. Nah. Not debunked, but, like... The fire escape ending is weird. I don't think there's 2 Vanessas. 2 William Springlocks. I'm assuming a big piece of evidence for this is going to be I Always Come Back. That posits that the springlock failure mentioned in FNAF 3 is William's first springlock failure, that he survived either due to sheer luck or remnant or agony. Nah. Yeah, like, this is one of those theories that there's just no evidence for. It doesn't mean it's not possible, but again, there's just no evidence for it. So I'm just going to put it in very unlikely for that reason. UCN descent. This theory says that Cassidy starts UCN, leaves, and then Andrew takes over. I'm pretty sure. I think that's just, again, trying to appeal to both sides. Granted, I think it's more likely than UCN duo, just because the man in room 1280 does show that there's only one person inside of Afton's brain other than him. I don't think William's first springlock failure is canon to the games. But I think in the movie, Matthew Lillard has like a tattoo on his neck that looks like a springlock failure. So it could be an absolute point across all universes. I can't think of any evidence for it off the top of my head. I'm going to put UCN Descent in I'll put it bottom of 50-50, but then I'll put UCN Duo in very unlikely. Just, again, because of the man in room 1280. There. UCN Nightmare, I'm going to put this one in confirmed. Not only because of the man in room 1280 showing that it is a nightmare, but Nightmarion's voice line, like one of his voice lines is, "This is a nightmare you won't wake from." Like, that's pretty clear. Doesn't get more clear than that, honestly. UCN Purgatory, I'll put this one in debunked, just because, again, the man in room 1280. UK Aftons. We need to have a serious talk about this. For some reason, Scott Geraldine Cawthon, I don't know if that's his middle name. For some reason, Scott does not want the Aftons to be British anymore. I have no idea why. Like, Dead by Daylight Springtrap wasn't going to be British. Matthew Lillard was going to voice him, and he was going to be American. But thankfully, Matthew turned it down because he hasn't played Springtrap yet in the movies. So, it looks like Scott doesn't want this to be true anymore. But the real fans know that the Aftons will always be British. Come on. Like, even Scott, at the time of making Sister Location, knew that he wanted... Like, he was okay with it back then, because not Matthew Lillard, PJ Haywood recorded his voice lines as British Springtrap, and I think Scott had to go back to Elizabeth's voice actor and be like, hey, can you do this in a British accent? So I think Scott did like this at a time, but now he kind of doesn't. You're still a Brit, bro? Thank you. Damn, Art, you're British? No idea about that. So I'm going to put this one in confirmed. You could make the argument that the Aftons being British is just a stylistic choice made by Steve Snodgrass in the indie games. But I think that's a very weak argument, honestly. So this one's confirmed. We literally hear them speak. And to argue against it is to argue against the Bible. Now let's get back to the music. Unaware duo. I'm assuming this is the theory that... Actually, I don't know. Let me look it up. Hi, Joey. Okay, both Cassidy and Andrew are the one you should not have killed at different points in the game's timeline. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, we got the scurry hat on today because my hair is chopped. Unwithereds. Where did I put retrofit theory? I put it in confirmed, right? Should have. Where did I put retrofit theory? Where? How? Dude, we did this yesterday. How did I forget where I put this? Where is retrofit theory? There's no way I put it lower than... Oh, there it is. I'm gonna move this one up to confirmed. And I'm gonna put unwithereds in very unlikely because of the week before. Yeah. Week before and into the pit. Vanessa Afton. There is a lot of evidence for Vanessa Afton in the games. A big one being her last name starting with A. In the retro CDs, she mentions her father being named Bill, and unlike Gregory, her backstory is never called out as being a lie, meaning it's probably factual, meaning she had a manipulative father named Bill. That's kind of really good evidence. Plus the movie showing that she's an Afton. Yeah, I would put this close to confirmed, honestly. A few months ago, I never would have even considered it, but, like, now yeah. 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 Vanessa Beth. This is the theory that in the movie universe, Vanessa is a parallel to Elizabeth. I don't think so. I think Vanessa is just her own character. If anything, Abby is a Elizabeth parallel. So this one's going to go very unlikely. Vanessa Emily. This one has zero evidence. Vanessa Mike. Again, I don't think she's a parallel to anyone other than herself. Vanessa Princess. No. BJ, I don't know if you're still in chat or not. But we were talking about this last night, and I think the princess is not Vanessa. I'll say that. So I'm gonna put this one middle, very unlikely. Vanny 46, I would say, is debunked by GGY. You could argue, oh well, then books aren't canon anymore. But like, even if you took parallels into account, there's not really solid evidence for it. Vanny Disc. I don't know what this is. Vanny uses illusion discs along with the animatronic transmitter earpieces from FNAF AR to distort perception, and yeah, I think this theory is true. I think this theory, because like your vision gets all blurry, you hear the ringing, yeah, the animatronics can't see her. I would argue this one is close to confirmed. Yeah. Maybe they're not like illusion discs. Maybe they are just the transmitter earpieces from not FNAF AR, the books. But the FNAF AR does have like some cloaking technology. Yeah, honestly, Vanessa being the princess, if you had to give me the three choices of saying it's Cassidy, Vanessa, or M1, which is what me and BJ talked about, I would say it's either Cassidy or M1. Vanessa made sense at the time, but I don't know. I just lean more towards her being M1 or Cassidy. Vengeful victim. Yes. I don't think this theory is saying he's the vengeful spirit. Yeah, it's just saying he's vengeful. Yeah, the week before shows that. Plus, if he did initiate the nightmares in FNAF 4, which I don't think he did, then that's pretty good evidence. Michael Dyscalculia. I remember that theory. Yeah, we'll put this one, like, next to BV receiver, I guess. I don't know. Maybe higher. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much confirmed, but, like, I think it leans towards the vengeful spirit. So, I'll move it up to, like, 50-50, I guess. Yeah. Victim of 87, Help Wanted 2. This is the theory that the victim of the Bite of 87 is the protagonist of Help Wanted 2. I don't think so. I do think the Help Wanted 2 protagonist is named Jeremy, but I think that's because he's Help Wanted Jeremy, not Fitzgerald Jeremy. So I'm gonna... Actually, this one's debunked. Because Ralph in the week before says the Bite of 87 victim does nothing anymore. So, yeah. Video game theory is the theory that Henry built the arcade machines in FNAF 3 that the spirits are attached to, and, you know, that leads into Happiest Day. There's not really any evidence for this. Bernie Bear has 2 cats. This is a very true fast fact. Yeah, this one doesn't really have any evidence. Cool headcanon. Always bet on Jeremy's. Exactly. Always bet on Andrew and Jeremy. Alright. Now we get into the thousands of William theories. Starting with everyone's favorite, willcare. I think we can agree this goes straight into Andrew Pizza tier. No, of course this is debunked. Never try to debate someone who believes willcare. Like, yeah. Like, come on. In no world does William care for his children. In, like, the traditional sense that this is showing. Like, willcare... We're pausing the music for this, because this is a serious discussion. Willcare states that William loves his children. Come on. Let's run through them real quick. Michael. Maybe he probably puts him in the nightmare experiments. That's not something. Midnight Motorist, if you think he's the runaway, he bangs on his door, berating him, telling him to let him inside, to the point where Michael runs away. Bite victim, he completely ignores Michael tormenting him. Maybe he just watches him through the psychic friend Fredbear plush, but that's still neglect. Elizabeth, where do I even begin? Not only does his neglect get her killed by Baby, but in the 4th closet, he slaps her to the ground. Like, come on. Vanessa, he literally manipulated her in court to giving a testimony that made her mom kill herself. Like, come on. I don't understand how people believe this. Don't get me wrong. I think it makes for a fine narrative if you say, oh, Bite victim's death inspired William to kill Charlie, and that's when he turned crazy. I think that's fine for a fan fiction, but this is very clearly not the character. This is not what the characters are. Hell, in the movie, he stabs Vanessa. And, like, the whole nightmare scene of Vanessa in the second movie where he's like... This theory sucks. Alright. You know, I'm making a new tier for willcare. I don't care. We're making a willcare tier. That's how much I hate this theory. Awful theory. Hi, Club Penguin. Yeah, William was a crazy narcissist before he killed anyone. Just look what he did to Edwin! He ruined Edwin's life. This man does not care about a single person but himself. Poor Edwin. Justice for Edwin. Will convicted. I think this one's debunked. He would have had to have gotten out of prison in 2 years, and unless his lawyer was Saul Goodman, I don't think that's possible. Valid crash out? Thank you. Will corpse. This theory says that William's body is the corpse on Burn Trap. I do think Steel Wool intended for this. I think Steel Wool thought he was William. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, because, like, Steel Wool intended for it to be William. I don't know if Scott did. I think Scott just thought he would be, like, a hallucination. So, yes and no? I'll put it, like, there. Maybe a little higher. Just because... Yeah, Steel Wool intended for it to be Afton, but I don't think Scott did. Yeah. Will despise. There's an island full of cats. I had no idea about this. Will despise, I don't feel as strongly about this as willcare, but I don't think he actively despises his children. I think he just views them as tools, right? Like, he sends Michael down to sister location. He gets Vanessa to watch Freddy's in the movie. I don't think he despises them, but he just doesn't see them as people. He sees them as tools. He doesn't love them, he just manipulates them. But I don't think that means he despises them. Yeah. That second Dawko interview really told us a lot about Security Breach. Yeah, it's interesting to think what Burn Trap could have been. Will despise, I'm going to put in very unlikely. And see, the man behind the slaughter in chat just confirmed they're his toys. So, like, it doesn't get much clearer than that. Bernie Bear is Japanese. Shindaya. That's all I know. I don't even know if that means anything. Will divorce. I'm assuming this is just that William divorces his wife. I'm showing, like, questions. There's the theory that William and Mrs. Afton divorced and both got parental custody. No, I don't think so. I mean, for Vanessa's mom, it's true. So, technically this is true if Vanessa is an Afton. But we don't know what happens to the original Mrs. Afton. Yeah, I agree, BJ. I think he, as long as his kids just stay out of his way and do as they're told, I think he tolerates them. Yeah. I think she just ran off, to be honest. Valid. We just don't know anything about her. So I'll keep it in 50-50, just because we don't know what happened to her. I have played around with that idea, BJ. That one of the houses is Mrs. Afton's. Not a terrible idea, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Will dreams... Not really any evidence for this. Probably put it with, like, Mike dreams. I think it's just Gabriel. Maybe Jeremy, because he's wearing the Freddy mask, but I don't know. Will driver. This is the theory that William ran over David, and he's the one who killed him. BJ, I won't spoil anything, but me and you talked about this briefly. I personally don't believe it, just because I think it makes the universe a little too small. But again, William has been shown, obviously, to actively play a role in ruining Edwin's life. I just think this might be a step too far. Not for William, obviously, but, like, I feel like Moon.exe makes a bigger case for M2 killing David. It's peak. It's true! Hey. So I don't know about this one. I'm gonna put it in very unlikely. Please don't hate me. But it just lacks that, like, big piece of evidence that convinces me. William in the FFPS cutscenes. Let's see. I think the bear represents Michael 100%. This guy being William, maybe. Maybe. I don't really know what lore implications that would have. At least Michael, you know, it shows what he would do after those endings. I don't know about William. I'm going to put this one, like, 50-50. It's possible, it just doesn't really matter. I still have not found the E. Ard. I don't know where that went. It probably fell behind my my shelf, to be completely honest, and I don't want to find that. I'll try looking for it after stream ends, though. On a similar note to William killing David, we have Will Fallfest Fire, which I'm pretty sure is the theory that says William killed Fiona at the Fallfest Fire. Yeah, is the theory that William started the fire which killed Fiona. I think a big piece of evidence for this is, the Welcome Show, where Mrs. Helpful is right next to a purple snake. And obviously William has been described as a snake oil salesman. That's a pretty good piece of evidence. But yeah, it's very speculative. What's your thoughts on FNAF 1? Here's my honest thoughts on FNAF 1. Characters, ambience, lore, perfect. Gameplay, it's pretty boring to watch and play. But I definitely like it. Yeah, I do prefer the newer FNAF games to the older ones. Like, I'm sorry, they're a lot more replayable. The older ones have good ambience. The newer ones are just better in terms of lore, gameplay, arguably characters. Yeah. Yeah, I do think this theory is a little more likely than William killing David. But I still don't know how likely it is. So I'm going to put it, like, there. See, okay, here's what I'm going to pause the music again. If we do get a Secret of the Mimic DLC, I kind of hope it's like, it takes place at Fall Fest, and it's like a dual narrative, right? Where one half we're playing as, I don't know, a Fazbear technician at Fall Fest, trying to stop Mimic once and for all. And we obviously have to succeed, because, you know, we don't see Mimic in the old games. But then, on the other hand, we also play as Fiona during the Fall Fest fire. Maybe she has to, like, save other people who are trapped in burning buildings and, like, stuff like that. Like, she says she just feels like she needs to be there. To me, that says Fiona was at Fall Fest because she saved people. She was called there by, like, fate or destiny to save people, right? She's a caring mother figure. Of course she would do that. So I think it'd be really cool if we had, like, a dual narrative where it took place in the Fall Fest fire of 1970 whatever, and then Fall Fest of 1983, and we got to learn more about both, like, I guess the Aftons in 83 and then Fiona's story in 1970 whatever. I think that's a pretty fire idea, pun not intended. Yeah, honestly, BJ, I think, like, Secret of the Mimic is, like, pretty perfect in terms of, like, telling a cohesive story with characters we care about. It has good gameplay that's a little more replayable than the older ones, and the visuals are cool, too. That's my rant. Will FNAF 1? I think this one's debunked. William is not the Night Guard in FNAF 1. Plain and simple. Will Fritz? Possible, but very unlikely. Will Grief? This one says that William killed Charlie because of the bite. Yes and no. I think I do think Bite Victim died first, and I do think his death played a major role in why William killed Charlie. But I don't think it's out of pure grief. I think it's because his image of a perfect family was shattered, and he saw Henry still had a perfect family, hence why he, ah. So I think that's why. I'm going to put it very unlikely. Would I consider Ultimate Custom Night replayable? Yeah, I would. I think if you're coming into the game for the first time, very replayable. But I'm someone who's played it like hundreds of times with different challenges and modes, and I think it loses that replayability. But for a first-time player, extremely replayable. Do you think it's possible Ticket to Fun could be telling us Jeremy is Mike? I know why you're saying that. I know exactly why you're saying that. It's because of the crossword puzzle. But I think the week before, Ralph tells us that the victim of the bite of 87 doesn't do much of anything. And obviously, Michael's still moving. So I get what you're saying. I don't think so. Will Freigard? Yeah, this one makes sense to me. Honestly. Yeah. You should rank the Freddy's locations you'd eat at if you had to. Didn't we kind of take that into consideration in the locations tier list? I don't know. We'll talk about like future streams once we're done with this. Will Magician? I think this one has really weak evidence. I'm sorry. I don't think the staff bot means that he was a magician at any point. Will Mike Dad is the theory that William is Mike Schmidt's dad in the movie universe. Since they brought in Michael Afton in the second movie, spoilers, I think this one's very unlikely. At the end, I gotta tell you guys my least favorite and favorite FNAF theories. We'll do that, yeah. Will Plush. I'm gonna put this one in 50-50 because I could not tell you for the life of me what this plush is. Could not tell you. Look at the camera. Are we gonna get a generational image right now? I just saw a heart emoji. Yeah, okay. We're done. Will Speaker. I think this one's true, honestly. Wouldn't say it's close to confirmed, because you never know. But I do think William said that. Will Stuff. I would argue this one's close to confirmed. Will Trap. This one's confirmed. Scott himself confirmed that. Guys, we're almost done. We're on the last row. Will Twisted Care. I think this is the most accurate one we've seen. You've got a new one for the collection. Ard, I am being 100% serious. I will absolutely do a tier list of the images you've sent in my TikTok comments. I will 100% do that. FNAF's idea of the Fredbear plush being Bite Victim's imaginary friend that could have been possessed by Agony. I like the idea of it being an imaginary friend. Agony, I'm still a little on the fence on. But imaginary friend, I do think so. William cared about his kids, but he was still an abusive father. He loved and cared for them, but in an extremely demented way. Yes. And no. No, yes, no. Hi, Bobby. I don't know. I don't think he cares for them, but he doesn't hate them. I'm gonna put this one in like 50-50. Should I do a gay test again? I will. Once we're done with it, we're only like 40 minutes in. We'll do one. Will UCN, this one's confirmed. Or at least close to confirmed. But I would say it's confirmed because of the Manor Room 1280. Will Victim. Straight into Andrew Pizza. Witness Charlie. Okay. Yeah, I think out of all of the witness theories, which is, what did bite victim see that made him scared? I think it's witness nothing. Scott's hint of what is seen in the shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child. So that, to me, pretty much confirms that bite victim didn't see anything. Yeah. And some of these just don't make sense. Like witness Elizabeth. No. Witness failure. Probably not. Witness MCI. Definitely not. Witness nightmares. That's not really a misunderstanding. Like, he would have seen the nightmares. Witness Charlie, I think, is the most possible. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Club Penguin, that is complete. That's what I think. I think he just saw someone getting suited up in a Springlock suit and thought that he was being eaten or something. Yeah, like seeing a Disney World mascot without their head on. You would maybe think that, like, oh my god, Mickey Mouse ate that guy. Yeah. World box. This is the theory that FNAF World is inside the box. I don't think so. I think the box is just the story itself. World canon? Okay, now the final three theories are about the canonicity of FNAF World. My opinion, it's canon. I think it's canon. I think FNAF World's canon. Scott himself said that he tied FNAF World into the canon. So that immediately tells you it's at least mixed or canon. Definitely not meta. Bite victim befriended the mimic, but it saw it take a mascot costume off. It's actually not a bad idea. I like that for like a AU. Yeah. What if the box is just spirits? Not an awful idea. YouTube is making you pay for 3 times speed for videos. I saw that. I think that's so stupid. Who's gonna watch a video in 3 times speed, let alone pay for that? Come on. Yeah, I think FNAF World's canon. I know it has weird meta elements, but like, I just think it is canon. Yeah. But I'll put mixed canon next to it. I'll put these both in 50-50. The box has the missing E. That's funny. Chat. 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 Chat, 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 chat. Chat, chat. We're not going to be able to see any of this. Chat. 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 We can't even fit it on one screen. We did it! We completed the tier list of theories! Yes! Hang on, hang on, hang on. You know, 5 streams, 5 nights. Yes! We did it, guys. We did it. Oh my god. Yes, we completed it. Yeah, wait for it to get updated. I'm going to refresh the page. It's going to update. Watch. Good job, guys. You guys did this as much as I did, okay? So you had to bear through me doing this. Yeah. Spam the yays in chat. Spam the W's. Spam the loading emoji that R loves. We did it. We did it! Alright, now like I said, I have to pick my favorite and least favorite theories. Feel free to send your favorites and least favorites in the chat, too. My personal favorite. How should we define favorite and least favorite? By evidence? By narrative? I don't know. Yeah, this was really fun. Yeah, actually, Man Behind the Slaughter, please do update me if they add more. I'm sure they will. Your favorite is Michael Dyscalculia. Yeah. Valid. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to choose like a satire theory. I think these ones are all confirmed, so I won't do those. Uh, hmm. I don't know. This is hard. This is really hard. I think I'm going to choose one from close to confirmed, because these ones are all like kind of cheating. Yours were the ones all about you. Yeah, okay. We can, yeah, BJ, 100% agree. Willcare, my most hated for sure. I went on that whole ass rant. Favorite? Oh, Hey, you know what? No one said it had to be a debunked theory. No one said it couldn't be a debunked theory. I'm saying Tails games. I'm putting Tails games. Where is it? Where I know I put it in debunked. Tails games. Tails games is my favorite. Just because it bridges that gap from Security Breach and the modern era so well. And, like, I'm going to be honest, I miss that time period of theorizing about Tails so much. So much. Like, when the Mimic showed up in Ruin, and we could connect it to the story, and when Secret of the Mimic got announced, and we tried to connect that back to the story, oh, peak time. Peak theorizing. What's Tales games? It's the theory that the Tales from the Pizzaplex books are canon to the games. Obviously, it's not true now because of Secret of the Mimic. I think runner-up would be Tales Games Plus, which is saying that, Tales Games is canon with the exception of the Mimic, which I still believe. God Tree, yeah. Stupid theory. All these are stupid. Any theory that I don't believe in is stupid. Oh my god. Do I even try to download this? It's not going to download. Oh my god. No. It downloaded! That's the tier list. There she is. In all her glory. Yeah, BJ, I 100% agree. Yeah. 99 gigabytes. We don't talk about Security Breach on launch. Or this. I think you're referring to this. Oh my god, dude. You could have just screenshotted it. This is funnier. Oh my god. Alright. Well, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. Let's get some good music playing. Come on. Hey, it's me. Let's get some good music on for this. Let me know if it's too loud. Now you should get a third cat. Alright, we did this one, I think. Let's go to, like, the very bottom of the barrel. Am I gay quiz free online? Probably gonna get a virus from this. No, I want, like, an actual test. Come on. Am I gay? Oh my god. They got an Am I gay assistant. You have to think about Michael. You guys are bullying me, okay? I was joking about that. I'm not actually gay for Freddie Carter. Alright. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. Am I gay? What? The model was decommissioned. It isn't supported anymore. Hang on. I'm getting... No. This is... chat with gay. Yeah. I'll chat with gay. I don't have to sign in. No. Gay. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. Am I gay? Dude, I don't care. I'm not signing in. We'll find one. We will find one. We will find a gay chap up. I'm just now realizing this might be a terrible idea. We might see some weird stuff. Never mind. We'll just do a quiz. LGBT quiz. Start quiz. Alright. In a dating app. Oh, I forgot to loop this, I think. No, I didn't. Oh my god. In a dating app, you regularly switch search settings between male and female, firmly stick to the opposite sex, look for only your own, or enabled show all. I don't use dating apps, but if I were. How do you feel in a locker room with people of your gender? Complete discomfort, mixed feelings, excitement, or calm and neutral? Mixed? I mean, like, if I was naked, obviously I'd feel uncomfortable. On Instagram, you more often like photos of people of your gender, photos of the opposite gender, interesting personalities, or unusual, and creative looks. As long as it's good content, that's all I care about. In a parallel universe, everyone changes gender every week. Your thoughts? Good thing this isn't our reality. Wonder how this would affect my relationships. Sounds exciting. Finally, everyone will understand my feelings. I can't really choose this one. I don't really have any female friends, so... I don't know. Good thing it isn't our reality. I'm taking this 100% seriously. 100%. What compliment do you prefer receiving? Strength or abilities? Uniqueness? Attractiveness? Sensitivity? No one's ever told me I'm attractive, so we can get rid of that one immediately. Probably my abilities. He's thinking about Mike. Being bullied. When passing by a store window, you automatically fix your hair looking at your reflection, check the prices of goods, look at mannequins and your reflection, noticing you're staring at the mannequins for too long. I am pretty self-conscious about my hair. When you hear a love song, who do you imagine as the object of affection? That should be the person of affection. We don't objectize people here. Depends on the mood of the song. Gender doesn't matter. Usually imagine the opposite gender, but there are exceptions. Always imagine someone of your own gender or opposite gender. Always opposite. Bernie's too real. When choosing perfume or cologne, you prefer classic scents, different ones, thinking without gender association, unisex, or another gender. Chat, what would we consider black, vintage black, and blue? I mean, that's pretty male, I think. So, for your gender, I guess. At what age did you first think about your sexual orientation? Never really thought about it, I guess. I mean, I guess early adolescence. Hand gestures while talking. Do I do a whole performance? Am I minimal? Depends on the topic or conversation, or more expressive. Definitely men, yeah. It depends. It depends. Like, if it's something it depends on the setting. If I'm talking, like, with, like, my parents or something, I'm not that expressive. But if it's, like, at work, then yeah, I'm pretty... Yeah. In close friendships with someone of your gender, you clearly distinguish between friendship and attraction. Sometimes get it confused. Possibility of developing a relationship. No. At a beauty salon or barber shop, you discuss trendy hairstyles in detail. Ask for I don't go to these, so I just get my mom to cut my hair, so I guess the usual. When looking at couples on the street, you more often automatically notice the opposite gender, evaluate the attractiveness of both, can't determine who attracts you more often notice your own gender. Obviously, it's the opposite gender. These ads are insane. I haven't paid attention to them. Dude, oh my god, what happened to my eye? Your attitude towards finger rings. On all fingers and a couple more in reserve. Only a wedding ring, strategically placed on certain fingers, or recently bought your first one. I mean, I guess wedding ring? I don't know. Okay, hang on. I gotta check my eye. Well, I might have just gotten pink eye or something, but it doesn't matter. What video game character attracts your attention first? Charismatic leader with a cool character? Character with an interesting story regardless of gender? FNAF! Someone who resembles you or whose appearances you like? I don't know. I mean, attracts my attention? B or C? Probably C. Like, not talking about like attraction at all, but like I do find Michael Afton a very compelling character because I do relate to him in some ways. We're both the oldest of our siblings. We're both bullies at some point. Yeah. At a gay pride parade, you would most likely walk in front of the front rows with a rainbow flag, observe from a cafe across the street, take photos for your art project, come to keep friends company. Probably just observe. I don't really like big events like parades. In which situation does your heart beat faster? Accidental touch with an attractive person of the opposite gender, unexpected flirting that makes you think, special chemistry with someone regardless of their gender, or a special moment with someone of your gender. Obviously unexpected flirting. If it's unexpected, of course it's going to catch me off guard. At the gym, I don't go. You secretly glance at people of your gender, strictly follow your program, notice attractive people of any gender, sometimes find yourself looking where you usually don't. I don't go to the gym, so don't be controversial. I'm trying not to get canceled. What do you notice in other people's dancing? Physical strength and technique, emotional expressiveness, energy and charisma, artistry and grace. Probably grace. Grace is obviously a big part of dancing. If it's like not a smooth dance, then why would you? Yeah. How do you feel when seeing open displays of affection between same-sex couples? Discomfort and desire to look away, curiosity and interest, complete acceptance and happiness for them, the same thing as seeing heterosexual couples. Probably just the same thing. I don't really care. We will protect you, Bernie. Don't worry. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Your reaction to this test. I already know everything about myself. Just taking it out of curiosity. Yeah. Interested to find out where I am on the spectrum, or maybe I'll discover something new. Where's the option? Because my chat's making me. All right. Predominant. I'm straight. Looks like traditional relationships are your territory. That is not a good sentence. Nope. Traditional relation. Just because it's straight does not mean it's traditional. Come on, get with the times. You're the kind of person who sees a rainbow and thinks, pretty nature, rather than secret signs. Your iced coffee is just coffee, not a statement to the world. I don't drink coffee. When friends talk about new Euphoria episodes, you nod politely, but prefer classic romantic comedies. Do your family watch your videos? Let's see. I don't think my parents do. I don't think my siblings do. My aunt might. Aunt Jess, if you're watching this, hi. I don't think they do. You got bisexual? Oh my god. Fake? Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, traditional in the fact that it's more common. I do think that's what it's meaning. I hope it's what it means. By the way, I'm poo-poo man. Oh, there are so many gay people. I'm so gay, but it said I was bisexual. I'm non-binary and pansexual, so yeah, but I'm not gay. I'm very, very gay. Bro. Okay. Your family watches yours? Your grandma hates horror videos, but she loves your vids? Yeah. My aunt's kind of the same way. She doesn't like horror videos, but she watched... my cousins, too. They watched all of my Secret of the Mimic videos. But I don't think they watch the live streams. Definitely not when they're live, but they might go back and watch them. I don't know. Alright, chat. Now what? Now what? I wish my family watched my videos. That'd be really cool. They'd have no idea what I'm talking about, but it'd be cool. Do we do another gay test, or do we do, like, a different test? Oh, yeah, future streams. We can talk about that. Unless there's any more tests, we can talk about future streams. They were peak and definitely not laggy. Dude, I wish the Secret of the Mimic videos were better. Like, I think the last few are fine. But, I don't know. FNAF fan test, that's not a bad idea. Let me find one. FNAF fan test. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. Ready to see what FNAF character you are? You guys are coming up with some good ideas. Hang on. Alright. We'll do FNAF fan first. Whoops. Yes. Let me turn back in frame. I chopped hair. Am I a true FNAF fan? Quizzes. Are you a true FNAF fan? What TV show plays after each night in Sister Location? It's gonna be like one of these. Which animatronic kills... All of them. This is before the week before. It's all of them. It's all of them. It's all of them. Everyone kills... Yeah, no. What was Golden Freddy's name from FNAF 1 Files? Yellow Bear. Why does Foxy run in FNAF 1? He died running. Yeah, that's fun. It might actually be that. I don't... What's the rumored secret animatronic of FNAF 1? Sparky. Name of William Afton's daughter in the games? Elizabeth. Who is the in-universe developers of Help Wanted? Silver Parasol. What was the first pizzeria called? It's recommending me a gay test again. Fredbear's Family Diner. Who caused the bite of 83? Fredbear. Yeah, this one's too outdated. Let's find a more recent one. Sporkle. What do you got for me, Sporkle? See, it's gonna be too easy. We all know the characters. These are too easy. I need like a hard one, like a real like I'm telling you, like ripping out my hair hard. Like FNAF quiz hard. See, that's too easy. Everyone knows these. These are way too easy. Too easy. Yeah, like which character can be seen on the cameras? Obviously, it's Shadow Freddy. Come on. Shadow Freddy, obviously. Oh, it tells you which one's correct. Like, come on, these are too easy. Okay, we're not doing these. Too easy. Which FNAF character are you? Totally 100% accurate. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is yellow. If you couldn't tell by my walls. Yeah, most FNAF fan quizzes are too easy. 2 jobs! What's your favorite FNAF game? Secret of the Mimic. What's your worst fear? Failure. Favorite food and drink out of all of these? Pizza. I love pizza. Favorite word out of all of these? Fazgoo, Radical, Diva, Indubitably, Skibbity Riz, Eclipse, Girlboss, Thieving, Serendipity, Dystopia, okay. Yes! Yellow is the best color. I have these images. Oh. Indubitably is a fun word. Do you love yourself? Most of the time, no. Do you have Skibbity Riz? Of course. Do you consider yourself a theorist? Absolutely. What do you look for in a partner? I don't want a partner. Loving, committed, similar interests, rich, humor, good communication, looks, William Afton. I know which answer chat would pick. Probably just loving. Best FNAF book or story? The Real Jake, Any Frights book, one of the Silver Eyes novels, something from Tales, interactive novel, guidebook, survival blog book, or Ticket to Fun, miscellaneous, or I don't read the books. Probably the week before. If I had to pick my favorite FNAF book, it would be either the week before or the survival logbook. Survival logbook because of how unique it is and the lore, and the week before again because of the lore. But again, it felt like The Week Before is like the perfect way I think FNAF can expand its lore and give us answers without exactly telling us everything. The Ultimate Guide 2.0. Obligatory fate. Fate, destiny, free will, certain doom, ETAF, the Talbert Files! Who the hell is Henry E. Cheese? You're probably a dedicated FNAF theorist, but you also normally follow the mainstream theories. You're kind of corny, but that's neither here nor there. Another gay test. Who the hell is Henry E. Cheese? Henry? I almost got Edwin. I got Henry. That's not bad. I take that. I'm Henry E. Cheese, guys. Alright, let's do another one. That was fun. BuzzFeed. Alright, where are you most likely to hide in the FNAF 1 restaurant? That's a good question. Definitely not the restrooms. Probably not backstage. Pirate's Cove, you're going to get killed by Foxy. Kitchen or parts and service. Probably the kitchen. You might get mauled to death by Chica. I might actually say backstage. I don't know. Restroom I feel like is too predictable. I'm gonna go with backstage. Which strange addiction do you have? Social distancing, pizza, singing, being on my devices, or playing horror games? Devices. Which set of animatronics are your favorites? Of these, I would probably say the classics. Which game model is your favorite? Other. Which do you play FNAF on? I mean, mainly my Xbox, but I guess if I had to choose, I'd say PC. Which would you do at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza? Watch the animatronics, eat pizza, visit Pirate's Cove, go to the prize corner, or sneak around? Not this one. We saw what happened to Charlie in the movie. Probably just watch the animatronics. I'm Bonnie! Bonnie is our favorite bouncy, happy, and guitar-playing goofball. It's clear that Bonnie is also one of the smartest in the crew. You may not be the fluffy bunny that the world loves, but you're the bunny that we need. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, Party Hat. Which Fazbear Frights character are you? Which Fazbear Fright character are you? Enter my name, Bernard. What's a positive trait you have in bulk to the point where it becomes negative? Probably realism? If you had a choice, would you allow someone to tell you the harsh truth about yourself? Oof. No. Is it better to die or to speak? Speak? Watch Bernie get Andrew? That'll be nice, actually. Pick a moment that happened to these characters which resonates with you in some way. Oh my god, I'm not reading all these. I lay on the ground, nose bloody, staring at the person I've hated yet loved. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just going to go with this one because I see Millie and that's from Count the Ways. Choose a word that resonates with you. Quick, it's timed. No, it's not. Desire, chaos, adoration, desolate, sensitivity, dispose, heart, sanctimony, maverick, heart. Holy yap, yeah. Pick a song solely based on its name. Wrecking balls, you know. Do you trust people that can change? Of course. Favorite celestial body? I don't care. How do you cope with grief? Okay, don't get this out of... Anger, yell at everyone and everything in sight, bottle it up. Why do you care? Okay, it's one of these two. I bottle it up. If you were given the choice, would you die right now? Yes, so I wouldn't have to do any more gate quizzes. Why were you born? To help achieve sex. How's the family? Love them all. I love all my family members. Ard, I trust you with my life, Ard. What are your thoughts on your best friend? I wouldn't say I have a best friend. I just have friends. What's your favorite color? Yellow. Come on. Come on. Pick a romance trope. Sunshine x grumpy. Annoying prick. Done with life. Maybe in another life. Why not this one? None of these? Really? None of these? I guess. Maybe this one. No, Bernie, you need to do them. No, I don't. Introvert. Pick an outfit. You don't have to wear it. Just pick which one catches your eye. Okay, if you do this one, you're gonna get Millie from Count the Ways. These all suck. BJ, I trust you too. Probably just basic. Pick something you're doubtful of. Trusting someone, being yourself, living in the present, accepting existence, loving, vulnerable, standing out, helping, believing in humanity. I do trust people. I do believe in being yourself. I think living in the present is very important. Accepting assistance, yes, obviously you have to do that. Loving, yes. Vulnerable, probably believing in humanity. Most of humanity is awful. Not you guys, though. You look in a mirror, what do you see? Me. I see me. You look in a mirror and you see yourself. That's what the point of mirrors is. Me, or at least what I could have become. People I love, nothing. Me. I don't know. Probably just... This one sounds deep. We'll go with that one. Alright, last question. Tell me a secret or anything, really. Yeah, this test is way too deep for someone that just finished a 5-hour stream ranking FNAF theories. I'd say it's closer to 9 hours, honestly, total. Alright, let's see who I get. Okay, Jake from the Stitch Wraith Stingers. Okay, that's not bad. The cutest ever. You probably have some sort of hero complex. Constantly putting others above you, feeling the need to help everyone and everything. Possible perfectionist. You have a breakdown when you realize you can't help a person or when you have failed to do something. Could be anything. A test, hobby, competition, etc. You probably have unrealistic expectations of someone or something, a person, or your future. You keep your opinions really close and are never ready to let them go even if they are wrong. You have good intentions, but you mess up and get misunderstood most of the time. Everyone probably loves your best friend, sibling, cousin better than you. You're a walking second-place medal, despite how hard you try. Maybe you're okay with that, or maybe you're not. Also, you're the silliest person ever and probably says dumb things, but I think that's... Beginning to think the person who made this quiz might be a pedophile. I mean, I think the first half of this is, like, pretty accurate. But maybe not the second half. Also, this person's hair is really cute. How much sleep test? Nah. Should we do Tales from the Pizza? I don't know any of the Tales characters. FNAF quiz Tales from the Pizzaplex. Alright, what kind of merch... Oh. Alright, we're doing a Tales from the Pizzaplex quiz. She is a Buddy-tronic. I don't know why I was going to say Dolly. What is the name? Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're cooked. Alright, chat. What is the name of Danny's crush in Bleeding Heart? This will be the last quiz we do. Also. I have no idea. Pauline? Rosalina? I don't know. Tony's project for school is about... Oh my god. Okay, we asked for a hard quiz. Alright. Ah. Isn't this one like Alone Together? I don't know. I know it's the one that involves sun and moon. Sun. It's about sun. Kai, okay, Kai is Monty Within. Wait, I meant Tiger Rock! Why did I put Monty Within? No! Alright, HAP stands for Helpful Automated Pipe Protection Server. False. What? Oh my god, I'm a fraud. Billy's grandma kills herself to save him? No. Oh my god! Aiden and Jace died of HAPs, but why? They destroyed HAPs. I know that one. Who's the antagonist of Pressure? Isn't his name Earl? Yeah. Who kills Grady in Cleithrophobia? I mean, if you want to get real technical about it, it's Fazbear Entertainment. But Sam gets his face ripped off by his friend's dog? What? What story is this? Caden works at which place? It's the, this one? Yeah. Robbie is the member... I don't know! This one, I think this one is Animatronic Apocalypse. Student Council Government? I don't know. Abe lived in the Pizzaplex because he was homeless. True. That one's true. Which animatronics are on the cover of Submechanophobia? Those. Oh, it's only two. I don't know. Which side of HAPS is on the cover is broken? It's his left. I mean, our left, his right, I think. Which names did Abe give the Bobby Dots? It was Olive, Gemini, and Rose, I think. Yeah. The story isn't... Baobab. Baobab tree. How does Edwin's son David die? Well, I mean, technically it's different in the game's timeline, but yeah. What are the name of Kara's friends? Ah! Who haunts Travis? Travis haunts Travis, right? That's Alone Together. Yeah. Try to get me. What age is Rory? He's 17. See, I know like the lore stories. Who kills Selena in Lally's game? I don't think it's Lally. Isn't it her boyfriend? Fuck it. Who's the main character of Frailty? Jessica. I know that one. I know that one. Where does everyone get cancer and under construction? It's, that one, yeah. Maya dies by suffocation. Who's Maya? I don't know who Maya is. 58! Oh! Dude, oh my god. Who are these dweebs? Who are these 10 people who got all of them correct? Man, that's a... Alright, we're done. No more quizzes. We're done. Alright. Real quick, I'm going to pull up something before we end stream, just so I can transition into the future. So, obviously... I know, I thought it was better, too. Yeah. Obviously, this was the last... what's it called? Theory tier list stream. Honestly, probably the last tier list stream for the foreseeable future, too. But if you remember, a few streams ago, I said we would do a timeline stream, where I go through my timeline. I am currently in the process... I think I can share my screen. I'm currently in the process of turning my timeline into a Google slideshow. Right now, I'm up to... This is supposed to be Ultimate Custom. I haven't finished it, obviously. But yeah, I'm working on this. It should... I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so this stream where we go through this slideshow will be hopefully the next stream. It will be the next stream, actually. Other than that, though, I can't really... Yeah, leaks. You guys need to make out all this stuff. It won't I can't think of another stream we're gonna do after that. But yeah, know that that stream will be coming, and I am kind of looking forward to that one. Sign into chat. Yeah, it's like a class of FNAF nerds, and I'm your teacher. You all pass, except Art. Yeah. Been working on your script for your timeline vid. Next Christmas. Next Christmas is coming out. Calling it now. We will be there. What streams have you done? We've done pretty much like every tier list for FNAF imaginable. Like characters, voices, locations, theories, scrapped content, like everything. Pretty much. Yeah. So we're done with tier lists for now. They were fun. I had lots of fun. I'm sure you guys did too. Yeah, we'll do this, and then after that, it might just be like, my school starts back up in like 3 weeks, so I think that's gonna be, I think that'll work out nicely. Smashable animatronics. No. 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 Then I'll get called gay again. Yeah. When do you think you'll do it? I don't know. See, it's tricky, right? I obviously still have to finish this. I would say I'm about halfway done, because I still have to do the books. I still have to do the modern era. That's going to take a while. In an ideal world, I get to do it tomorrow or Thursday. It might have to get pushed to next week. I hope not. Realistically, though, I would say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any way of knowing because I don't know how long this is going to take. Show us SpongeBob. What? This isn't SpongeBob. This is Lego Movie. I don't know. What's SpongeBob? Oh, SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob. I've had that poster forever. Yeah. So I would love to do this tomorrow, but just thinking realistically, I don't know. We could, yeah, and I was thinking about what other streams we could do, but like I don't know. Like, I wouldn't stream any of the games because you all, I'm sure most of you know how my Secret of the Mimic gameplay videos looked. Imagine that, but worse. Yeah, and we've done like tier lists on like the merch. Like we've really done every tier list imaginable. Yeah. I kind of want to go through part of the timeline now, but I don't want to. I'm sure you guys don't want me to spoil anything. But like I'm really resisting the urge to not just like fly through everything real quick. Born to be a FNAF fan. Yeah. Weird FNAF fan. That's pretty much the same. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if you guys don't have anything else, I know Art has to go, so I won't keep us much longer. Opinion on FNAF 2 movie? Yeah. Dude, security breach on stream would... I like the idea, but Secret of the Mimic was already laggy enough in video form. Security breach would be 10 times worse. No offense, though. I do like the idea. Alright, we'll end stream now. Hopefully I see you guys later this week. If not, thank you so much for joining me for these streams. I've, like, literally... Without you guys, these series streams would be so much harder. With you guys here to engage with, it's been really fun. So, thank you guys so much. Yeah. Also, these streams are some of my most viewed streams. So, thank you guys so much for that. That is insane. Yeah. We'll end stream now. Hopefully, I'll see you guys soon for the timeline video. You can say bye to yourselves. Yeah. Thank you guys again. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye-bye. Peace. Bye-bye. Where am I going? Bye, guys. I know it's a little delayed, so I'll wait a second. Thank you, BJ. I've appreciated you being here and everyone else. Hopefully I see you next time. Especially next time.